Hello, welcome. Today I will be showing you how to make a maze game. First, what you're gonna need is two different sprites. You can pick any two. I'm just gonna pick a cat and a mouse since that since it's just what I want. There is our mouse. Okay, it's just a mouse. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna show you how to make one level. You can make multiple if you want to, but I'm just showing you how to make the first level. First, paint your own backdrop, or you can use a pre-made one. I don't really mind either one, but I just paint my own. And then what you're gonna do, make it any color you want. I'm making it green, so let's get the grass. Alright. Then zoom in, and I recommend sizing your characters down a little bit, like 60 or 70. I also make them look a little bit bigger than the other maces, but whatever. And then we can make the color. Now, simply, you can. You see, my lines are straight. Don't worry. Instead of those unstraight lines, just grab your line, hit shift on your keyboard, and voila. Perfect. I would recommend making your lines a bit thicker than mine, so I'm just gonna do 15. Yep. And then really, you can just like make the maze, I'm gonna make a simpler one. I'm gonna make a more, not simpler, harder one. So I really am gonna only be making one level. So mine isn't really that perfect, but this is gonna be my level. So first, just like, and then what you want to do is make your controls. Start with your flag clicked. Every single one you need a flag clicked unless you're just doing like a background. So do one flag clicked, then you click. Go to the current position you're in. Well, really wherever you want to put the sprite. I'd bring the sprite right here because that's what I want. So here you go. And then create your controls. You're going to need, for this, you need one forever and four if-thens. The trick I do is boom, boom, boom. Now, if you want like separate controls for like your iPad or something, I would recommend putting arrows up. So here, arrow, and then you put the controls like that. I will show you after I do the computer. So first, you do if key blank pressed. You can do WASD. I'm doing up arrow, right arrow, down arrow. Boop, boop, boop. Then up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow. So now what you want to do for this one is, for the first one, you do change your Y position. Or just change Y. So for up arrow, you do change Y by 10. Down arrow, -10. Up, -10. Let's do that. You can see I'm moving up and down, but not left and right. Now, this one is a little bit trickier. Sometimes you have to remember that the right arrow is positive and the left arrow is negative. Whenever you want to move left and right, you always do positive. You do positive for right, negative for left. See, move left and right. Perfect. Oh, you want to just try and see if you can actually make it through the level first. Of course. But for right now, this is good. So, what you're going to need is simple for the next part. You're gonna need a separate flag statement. So I'm just duplicating this one, removing this. And now you see, please put it forever. And then if touching color, let's say black. Black. Then you go back to the spawn, which is this one right here. Now I'm going to add a life system. So you need a variable for this. Make a variable. Create a new variable. I'm just gonna put lives. Perfect. You can put the lives wherever you want. I'm just gonna put it up right corner. And then you can set the start of your lives, whatever. So set lives to should I do something right? Set lives to 3. And then whenever you touch your color black, -1, -2, -1. I don't think do subtraction really. You can do change lives by lives -1, but that's just a little bit extra work. So see, look. Now you see, it's just gonna keep on going to the negatives. Oh no, we don't want that. So let's say that we're gonna add you can make a separate when flag click, but I'm just putting in the same one. If oops, if blank. So if operators, you do this equal to, we put 0 for this. And then we go to lives. We put this little one. If lives equal to 0, then stop. Oh. Now, I'm going to put a game over screen because I don't want the person to be really confused as to why the game stopped. So paint. Then go back out. Oh, go back out. You can make this really any color you want. I'll make the background, let's say, light white. And then, oops. Then you do this. Perfect. And then you zoom in. And then you put your text. I'm making my text block, and you can use whatever font you want. I'm going to use marker because that looks pretty. And then let's see. Let's put game over. Click the green flag to restart. Alright. And then you just make this a little bit. I'm personally gonna make this a little bit bigger. Right here and oh, right here. Oh, oh. I want to add an enter here so I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that's a little bit too big. Alright. Now, when we do this, we will probably need a broadcast. Now, if you hadn't watched my last video, a broadcast basically is just sending a message to all sprites. So let's broadcast message, over. Just that. And then what you do is when I receive over, hi. Now, drag it down here. Perfect. Now let's see. When the game goes over. Oh, oh no. What happened? There's no. What happened to my sprites? Why is it just in a game over screen? This is why you need to first switch your backdrop back to your regular backdrop. Mine is backdrop 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, it's backdrop 2. And then you need to click show your sprites again. So I'm going to go back to mouse. I'm going to put show so that I don't have a green flag. Right here. And I would just put go to X for mouse if you're doing separate levels. But yeah, see, look, bop, bop, bop. And then, oh, wait, now I don't have a game over screen. Now I need to also do the switch backdrop for the lives. 3, 3. Now see, bop, 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 bop. Oh no, touch black. Huh. See, if I would, I would recommend making your like a different color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really quickly just change the color of the mouse. I'm sorry, little mousey. I'm just gonna make you. Uh, I'm gonna make you look a little bit weird for now. Sorry, little mousey, but I made it black. So let's see. Now let's do if touching mouse. Let's do another flag click. And then just remove the other ones and remove the inside of that one. If touching. We need if touching, so if touching. Not mouse pointer. We need mouse one. Mouse one. And then you stop all. Or if you want, you can make another level. Really, this is just what I'm gonna do for this video. It's just one level. So look, I'm going to bop, 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 bop. Stop all. And then really, I'll make the sprite say something. So I'll say you. What? See. So I'm gonna see if it can see. Have the walls. Oh, that's kind of weird. All right. Now you see, it's a little bit of a problem because if I do a say, if I went to the other side, then oh no, my game is frozen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna switch the costume to say you won. You won. Simple. I'm making it black. Oh no, I am touching. Oh well, scratch that then. But yeah, that. But yeah, this is all you really need for a good one. All right, yeah, you need a good game. Let's see. Let's create a you win screen. So duplicate. No, I'm just gonna say you win instead of game over. You win. You. Oh, you won! Exclamation mark. And then I'll just do broadcast over because we don't need two separate broadcasts really. Let me look. Stop. Stop. You won! Click the green flag to restart. And yeah, that's all you really need for a maze game. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye now!